£30 million. That's what's really at stake in the battle for Royal Lodge. And Princess Beatrice just made a decision that could cost her father everything: his home, his money, and his last shred of dignity. This isn't a family feud. This is a financial war orchestrated by King Charles himself to strip Prince Andrew of every asset he has left, and Beatrice, she just picked a side, the winning side. Follow the money. That's what they say in every scandal, and the York family collapse is no exception. While the tabloids focus on emotions and family loyalty, the real story is playing out in bank accounts, property deeds, and royal allowances. King Charles isn't just punishing his brother for moral failings. He's systematically dismantling Andrew's financial empire, piece by piece, and he's using Beatrice as his weapon. Royal Lodge isn't just a house. It's a $30 million asset sitting on prime Windsor real estate. Andrew signed a 75-year lease in 2003 for the bargain price of $250 per week, one of the best deals in royal history. But there's a catch. The lease requires him to maintain the property himself, and maintenance costs approximately $400,000 per year. Do the math. Andrew's current annual income from his naval pension, around $20,000. His royal allowance from King Charles, slashed to zero in 2022. His private security, cut. His business connections, toxic after the Epstein scandal. Andrew is financially drowning, and Charles knows it. Here's what the palace doesn't want you to know. King Charles has been planning this financial siege for years. It's not about morality. It's about real estate, inheritance, and the future of the monarchy's assets. Royal Lodge was always meant for Prince William and Catherine. It's perfectly positioned on the Windsor estate, close to the castle, with enough space for their growing family and the staff required for the future king and queen. But there was one problem. Andrew refused to leave, so Charles did what any shrewd businessman would do. He cut off the money supply. First, the $249,000 annual allowance, gone. Andrew claimed he could fund his lifestyle through private means. But those means have mysteriously dried up. His business connections, once lucrative, evaporated after his name became associated with Jeffrey Epstein. Nobody wants to do deals with a pariah. Then came the security. Andrew's 24/7 police protection cost British taxpayers over $3 million per year. Charles, ever the pragmatist, argued that a non-working royal shouldn't receive taxpayer-funded security. The protection was withdrawn. Now Andrew pays for private security out of his own pocket, except he doesn't have a pocket deep enough. The maintenance costs of Royal Lodge are bleeding him dry. The property needs constant upkeep, roof repairs, heating systems, groundskeeping for 90 acres of gardens. It's a money pit disguised as a mansion. And Andrew, stubborn as ever, refused to downsize. Until now. According to financial insiders with knowledge of the royal household's books, Andrew's reserves are nearly depleted. He's been selling assets quietly, investments, property abroad, even personal items. Sarah Ferguson sold her $18 million Swiss chalet in 2022, reportedly to help keep them afloat. But it wasn't enough. The final blow came in the form of a simple equation: maintain Royal Lodge for $400,000 per year with no income, or accept Frogmore Cottage, a 5-bedroom property with manageable upkeep costs, and save face. Andrew chose pride over pragmatism, and it's costing him everything. Now here's where Princess Beatrice comes in, and why her decision is far more calculated than anyone realizes. Beatrice is married to Edoardo Mozzi, a property developer with a net worth estimated at over $10 million. Edoardo moves in circles where wealth management and reputation are everything. He's building a global luxury real estate brand, working with high net worth clients from London to Milan. An Andrew scandal. It's destroying Edoardo's business prospects. Sources close to the couple reveal that Edoardo has lost at least 3 major development deals in the past year because investors don't want to be associated with Prince Andrew's son-in-law. One Middle Eastern investor allegedly pulled out of a $50 million project after discovering the family connection. Edoardo's ultimatum to Beatrice wasn't just emotional, it was financial. Your father's name is costing us millions. Our daughter's inheritance is at risk. You need to choose, and Beatrice chose the money. By publicly aligning herself with King Charles at Sandringham, Beatrice wasn't just making a family statement, she was making a business decision. She's positioning herself as part of the new monarchy, the slimmed-down, financially responsible institution that Charles is building, and Charles is rewarding her loyalty. According to palace financial sources, Beatrice is being quietly considered for a more prominent role in the royal family's charitable trusts, positions that come with substantial allowances and access to royal properties. Her role as Counselor of State has also put her in line for potential future income streams from the Duchy of Lancaster. In other words, Beatrice is betting on Charles, not Andrew, because Charles controls the purse strings. Sarah Ferguson's situation is even more desperate. After selling her Swiss chalet to clear debts, including $15,000 she reportedly owed to Jeffrey Epstein from a 2010 loan, she's financially dependent on Andrew's survival at Royal Lodge. If Andrew loses the house, Sarah loses her home. At 65, with no steady income and a reputation that makes employment difficult, she's facing potential homelessness. Her book deals and speaking engagements don't generate enough to maintain the lifestyle she's accustomed to. She's asked her daughters to take her in, but here's the brutal truth. Neither Beatrice nor Eugenie can afford to house her without risking their own financial stability and social standing. Beatrice's husband has made it clear. No York baggage in their household. Eugenie lives in Portugal with her husband Jack Brooksbank, who works for a luxury property company. Housing Sarah would be a professional liability for both sons-in-law. Sarah Ferguson is being priced out of her own family. The endgame is clear. King Charles will reclaim Royal Lodge within the next 12 to 18 months. Andrew will be relocated to a smaller property on the Sandringham estate, essentially a gilded cage with minimal upkeep costs. William and Catherine will move into Royal Lodge, completing Charles's vision of consolidating the working royals on the Windsor estate. Andrew's remaining assets, estimated at less than $2 million, will be placed in trust for his grandchildren, ensuring he can't squander them on legal fees or settlements. And Beatrice. She'll emerge as the financially savvy York who made the smart choice. She'll maintain her Counselor of State position, secure her daughter's inheritance, and preserve her husband's business empire. The cost? Her relationship with her father and her mother's future security. This is the real story behind the York family collapse, not loyalty or love or Greek tragedy, money, power, inheritance, control. King Charles is running the monarchy like a corporation, cutting unprofitable divisions and rewarding shareholders who deliver value. Andrew is the failing subsidiary being liquidated. Beatrice is the executive who jumped ship before the company went under. The British monarchy isn't a fairy tale, it's a billion-pound business. And in business, sentiment doesn't pay the bills. So here's the question nobody's asking. If you were in Beatrice's position, would you sacrifice millions for family loyalty, or would you protect your daughter's financial future? The Yorks are learning what every failed business owner learns eventually. When the money runs out, so does the family unity. Drop your thoughts below. Is Beatrice a shrewd strategist or a cold-hearted daughter? And will Sarah Ferguson end up homeless despite being Duchess of York? Let me know what you think, and subscribe for more financial breakdowns of royal scandals the media won't tell you about.